Hi, this is Adam Gussow from Satan and Adam, and we are on Old Sardis Road in Oxford, Mississippi. It's a Sunday morning. Some people are heading home from church. Oh, trying to drive with one hand. And I thought that I would take you guys out to a crossroads for this next harmonica lesson. Now, normally on Sunday morning, I run out this road. I go out 7.5 miles, and I take a pause for the cause, and I turn around and run back. I run about 15 miles every Sunday morning. Keep myself in shape, keep those lungs in shape for harmonica playing. Well, I'm sort of on the disabled list right now. I've got a little bit of a hamstring pull. The reason why I've been putting all my energy into these harmonica lessons for you guys. And so what I want to do is I want to take you to a crossroads. Oh, it looks like I'm coming up on somebody. I'm going to take you to a crossroads where I often like to pause and just sit and reflect and maybe play a little harp. Everybody knows that playing the blues in Mississippi has something to do with crossroads. So here we are. We're in hill country now. I don't want you guys to think that we're in the Delta. Off to my left, got some. That's a cotton field. It's not growing any cotton yet. This is late February. We're not really in growing season. I'm going to slow down as we get to the crossroads. This gentleman is turning right. I'm going to turn left. I'm going to turn left. That's right. I'm making a little movie, and well, here's the crossroads, and here's a cotton field, and we're going to pull right up here underneath a shade tree with a view of a cotton field right there. That's a Mississippi cotton field. That's a Mississippi cotton field. Hi guys, Adam Gussow from Satan and Adam, and we're here for another lesson. We're here at a crossroads just off Old Sardis Road in Oxford, Mississippi. I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do for this next lesson, and I want to delve even more deeply into what I'm calling the machine language of the blues harmonica. And what I mean by that is that there are a lot of very small, subtle things that good players learn how to do over time, that most of the instructional methods that I've seen, most of the players I think online who are showing you guys how to play harmonica, don't talk about these things. And when my teacher, Nat Riddles, showed me some of them, he'd kind of gloss over them quickly. And I think it's a common thing. Good harp players will play something for you, and they'll say, this is the sound you're trying to make. And you know that there's something inside there that they're not telling you. They probably don't even know they're doing it. But it turns out to make all the difference. Let me give you an example. When I started to learn how to play, many years ago, 1975, I got a book called Blues Harp by Tony Little Son Glover. He had all these funny diagrams for chord rhythms. And it would be like, ah, ah, ha, ha, whatever that is. And there'd be some holes up and down, a 2 with an arrow pointing up. And I tried to use his tablature. It's a great book. In fact, the voice of that book was the thing that sold me. But I would try to go... And that was the da, ta, ta, fa, fa. Now, it wasn't until many years later, when I was sitting on my bed one night, coming back from a blues club, I probably had a couple of drinks in me, and I was trying to get a rhythm that Sonny Terry was doing. And I stumbled on the rhythm. Like, I had the breakthrough. And I'm hoping you guys will have these sorts of breakthroughs. And this was how it sounded. And I realized when I did it, it was Tony Glover's rhythm. I just couldn't get it from the book. Now, when I couldn't stop playing that the moment I got that. I sat on my bed. I played that thing for about half an hour. I said, that's it. So what is it? It's like the feeling I got playing the rhythm that way, the right way, the correct way, was like the feeling you get, the sweet spot that you get when you take a yo-yo and you flip it down off your finger, and just before it hits bottom dead center, you snap it up. When you learn how to, when you're a yo-yo pro, right? And you snap it up and it comes right back to you. And that's the feeling I got. What am I doing? Yeah. Looks like I got a policeman here. Well, I was just visited by the friendly police of Oxford, Mississippi, who asked, was I doing okay? I told them I was. Let's get back to the lesson. Well, state trooper. So what am I doing? mean, this is all part of this two-hole draw stuff I've been talking about. I've been hammering that one hole because it's so important. So I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to try to do it as slow as I need to in order to have you get it. I start with a two-hole draw, tongued on the roof of my mouth. And then I go tucka, and I open my lips. I go da tucka. Da tucka. And I open my lips, and I pull the air around the harp as well as through it, and I open my lips to get the 1, 2, and 3 hole. Just that much. Okay. Then I narrow my lips again, and I go on the 2-hole blow and 2-hole draw. You get that? Now here's the secret. When I go back out on the 2 blow for a second time, I release my lips. And I go da wacka ta. And actually I go. And actually let me revise that. I'm going to go 2 draw, tongued, roof of the mouth, then 1, 2, 3, tongued, roof of the mouth, but lips open. Then narrow your lips, 2-hole blow, back to 2-hole draw. And then I'm going to breathe out on 1, 2, and 3 with my lips open twice. Let me break that way down. Notice how my lips are constantly relaxing, especially on the blow and then on the draw. I'm kind of pulling them back in, right? It's that constant little open and shut, letting the air through the harp sometimes, pulling it around the harp, pulling it through or pushing it through. Okay? That's the subtlety that I'm trying to get at. That's the stuff that they can play the riff for you. They can give you tablature, but unless you see that, unless you get the feeling of it, which is a springy, think about when you do this rhythm, it's Sonny Terry's rhythm. And notice that if I want to really pop it, just watch what my lips do in that case. I'm really going wide at the very end. That's the secret, right there. Let the air out the side of the mouth. I wish somebody had told me this stuff when I was trying to play. It's the end of this lesson. I'm going to come back with another lesson right away, and we're going to talk about some more shuffle things. But let me just play you one little thing that you can do with this rhythm once you get it. And then you're doing the Sonny Terry stuff. This is just straight old school harp. This is nothing new. But when you can master these rhythms, they begin to work into everything else you do. And if you're an amplified harp player, you should go back and do some of this stuff, because you'll find that when you're playing something funky on the bandstand amplified, at some point it's going to be really useful for you to have this kind of popping rhythm. That's it for today. I'll see you next time. This is Adam Gussow from State and Adam.